Hi, Year 10s. Today we're continuing on with our financial maths. We're looking at number patterns today. So this is actually taken from a different textbook, but it's what we're going to be working on. So when you get to the questions, there'll be a document there that has all the questions we want you to do. Again, like normal, please just copy the notes that I've highlighted. So yeah, we're looking at number patterns to start off with. Just a couple of examples, shouldn't take too long, and then you guys can get into it. So here's some of the notes we want to go through. Number pattern. So a sequence is a list of numbers in a particular order. The number of items in a sequence are called the terms of a sequence. They may be generated randomly or by a particular rule. Okay, so they're called terms. Randomly generated sequences is something like recording the numbers obtained while tossing a die would give a randomly generated sequence. Because there is no pattern or sequence, there's no way of predicting the term. Consequently, random sequences are not relevant in this chapter. Okay, so we will not be dealing with randomly generated. I just wanted to get that in there. That's what randomly generated are. We're looking at rules-based. Okay, so rules-based sequences, writing down odd numbers starting at 1 would result in a sequence generated by a rule. Okay, so here it is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. The rule that allows us to state the next term in the sequence is add 2 to the current odd number. Okay. So to find the term after 13, you'd just be adding 2 to 13, which would get you to 15. Okay, so rules-based sequences are any sequence that's formed by using a rule. It could be adding, it could be subtracting, multiplying, dividing, anything at all, as long as it's the same pattern the whole way. So the group of 3 dots at the end of the sequence is called an ellipsis. An ellipsis is used to show that a sequence continues. So that's this here. Okay, so it just keeps going on and on and on. So can you please copy in the rules-based sequences part that I've highlighted, and then this part here as well. So again, it's just any sort of sequence that's used or formed by using a rule. There's many different rules. We'll get into that a little bit next. Okay, so I want you to copy those out. Looking at a couple of examples of looking for the pattern or the rule in each sequence to find the next number. Okay, so you can see here, we'll go through A first. So we've got 2, 8, 14, 20. That one's pretty simple because you can see you're just adding 6 to each. Plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. So that's our rule. Okay, the next one, B, 5, 15, 45. As you go down, the rule is we're multiplying by 3. Okay, so you're just looking for the pattern or the rule. C, 7, 4, 1, minus 2. The rule is you're taking away 3. Okay, you can see that this is constant. So the next one, because there's an ellipsis here, it keeps going. Okay. Next one, 1, 4, 9, 16. Each term is the square of its position in the sequence. Okay, so it gets a little bit more difficult, but basically you can see that the 4 is the second term, so it's 2 squared, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. So if the next one is 6 squared, it'll be 36. Okay, 7 squared, 49, so on and so forth. So that's just another pattern. All right, and then finally the last one, adding the 2 previous terms to make each new term. Okay, so you've got 1 plus 1 gets you to 2, 1 plus 2 gets you to 3, 2 plus 3 gets you to 5, 3 plus 5 to 8. So all you need to be looking at the moment is just working on actually finding the rule and finding the pattern within the sequences. Okay, that's a lot of what this first part's going to be. So it's just about recognizing what's happening, what the pattern is, and working that one out. Going on to the next step is we're looking at naming the terms in a sequence. Okay, so the symbols T1, T2, and T3 are used as labels or names for the first, second, and third term in the sequence. In the labels T1, T2, T3, the numbers 1, 2, 3 are called subscripts. So basically what it's saying is that's the first term, second term, third term, T4 would be the fourth term, T5 would be the fifth, so on and so forth. The subscripts tell us the position of each term in the sequence. So T10 is just a name for the 10th term in the sequence. All right, an example of that, for the sequence 2, 8, 14, 20, 26, 32. State the values of T1, 4, and 6. T1 is just the first term. Okay, then you got 2, 3. T4 is 20. T6 is 32. Okay, so these numbers here, the naming the terms, the T1, 2, 3 is basically just the name for the 10th or for the term in the sequence. That's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, and then once you can work out what the pattern is, you can find out whatever the term you're being asked. So you could find out T15, T30, whatever, once you've got the pattern. Okay, that's all for my video today. Like I said, there will be a document explaining, with the questions on them, because they're not from your textbook. So that'll be given to you guys when you get these in your lesson, and you'll know exactly what you have to do. But yeah, basically for now, we're just looking at number patterns, working out what the pattern is, and describing the terms. So we'll leave it at that, guys, and we'll go from there. Thanks.